You know that feeling when you want to say something in English, but you stop yourself? Your heart starts racing. Your mind goes blank. You convince yourself that what you're about to say will make you sound stupid, so you stay silent instead. I'm about to tell you something that will completely destroy this fear forever. And it starts with a story that might sound familiar. Welcome to episode 3 of our 12-part journey. If you missed episodes 1 and 2, where we destroyed the grammar myth and the accent lie, go back and watch them. Each episode builds on the last, and you'll need this foundation for what I'm about to reveal. The moment everything changed for me. 3 years ago, I was in a coffee shop in the city center. There was an international business conference happening, and the place was full of professionals from around the world. I overheard a conversation at the next table. A man was explaining a complex technical concept to his colleagues. His English was simple. He made small grammar mistakes. He paused to find words. He repeated himself a few times. But here's what shocked me. Everyone was listening intently. They were nodding. They were asking follow-up questions. They were impressed with his ideas. That man was communicating brilliantly, and his English was far from perfect. That's when I realized something that changed my life. The fear of sounding stupid is the real stupidity. Let me be completely honest with you. I used to be paralyzed by this fear. I would rehearse sentences in my head 5 times before speaking. I would avoid meetings where I might have to talk. I would pretend I didn't understand questions so I wouldn't have to answer. I remember being in a group discussion about a topic I knew well, better than anyone else in the room. But I stayed silent because I was afraid my English wouldn't be perfect enough to express my expertise. I watched as people with less knowledge but more confidence shared their ideas and got recognition. I watched opportunities pass me by because I was too scared to open my mouth. The worst part, people started thinking I had nothing to contribute. Not because I was stupid, but because my fear made me invisible. What sounding stupid actually means. Here's the truth that nobody tells you. Most of the time when you think you sound stupid, you actually sound normal. Real stupidity isn't making grammar mistakes or searching for words. Real stupidity is having nothing valuable to say. Real stupidity is not thinking critically. Real stupidity is refusing to learn or grow. Using simple English to express complex ideas, that's intelligence. Asking for clarification when you don't understand, that's wisdom. Making mistakes while trying to communicate, that's courage. The stupid things native speakers say. I started paying attention to native English speakers, really listening to how they talk in normal conversations. They use filler words constantly, like like. They start sentences and don't finish them. They repeat themselves. They make grammar mistakes. They mispronounce words. They forget words mid-sentence. And you know what? Nobody calls them stupid. Nobody judges them harshly because everyone understands that speaking is messy and imperfect for everyone. The perfection trap. We hold ourselves to impossible standards that don't exist in real conversation. We expect our English to sound like a written essay when we speak it out loud. But natural speech is full of pauses, corrections, and imperfections. Even in your native language, you don't speak like a textbook, you speak like a human. What really makes people sound intelligent? After years of observing successful communicators, I discovered what actually makes people sound smart in English. Having something interesting to say. Expressing ideas clearly, even if simply. Listening to others and responding thoughtfully. Asking good questions. Being genuine and authentic. Notice what's not on that list. Perfect grammar, native-like pronunciation, complex vocabulary. Practice this right now. I want you to practice expressing ideas simply and confidently. Don't worry about perfection. Focus on clarity and authenticity. Repeat these phrases after me. I think this is important because... Say it. I think this is important because... In my opinion, we should... Say it. In my opinion, we should... Let me share an idea with you. Say it. Let me share an idea with you. What I've learned is. Say it. What I've learned is. Notice how confident these sound when you speak them naturally without trying to be perfect? The intelligence paradox. Here's something that will blow your mind. The smartest people often use the simplest language. Einstein said, "If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough." Steve Jobs presented complex technology using everyday words. Great teachers explain difficult concepts in ways everyone can understand. Using simple, clear English doesn't make you sound stupid. It makes you sound smart. Real stories from real people. I know an engineer from Vietnam who was afraid to speak up in technical meetings because he thought his English wasn't good enough. His ideas stayed in his head while less qualified people got promoted. Finally, he decided to share one simple observation in a meeting. He used basic English, made a small grammar mistake, but his insight saved the company thousands of dollars. Nobody remembered his grammar mistake. Everyone remembered his brilliant idea. I know a woman from Mexico who avoided networking events because she was embarrassed about her English. She thought she would embarrass herself in front of successful professionals. When she finally attended one, she discovered something amazing. People weren't judging her English, they were impressed by her insights about international markets. Her unique perspective, shared in simple but clear English, led to 3 business opportunities. The silence is worse than the mistakes. The biggest mistake isn't speaking imperfectly. The biggest mistake is not speaking at all. When you stay silent, people can't learn from your experience. They can't benefit from your ideas. They can't connect with your perspective. Your silence robs the world of your contribution. What I want you to understand: your ideas have value regardless of how perfectly you express them in English. Your perspective matters even if you need simple words to share it. Your contribution is important even if your grammar isn't flawless. The fear is normal, but wrong. Everyone feels this fear sometimes. Even native speakers worry about sounding stupid in certain situations. The difference is successful people feel the fear and speak anyway. They know that the risk of being misunderstood is smaller than the risk of being invisible. They know that imperfect communication is better than perfect silence. How to transform the fear? Instead of asking, "What if I sound stupid?" ask, "What if my idea helps someone?" Instead of thinking, "My English isn't good enough," think, "My message is important enough." Instead of focusing on what might go wrong, focus on what might go right. Your permission to be imperfect. Right now, I want you to say this out loud. I give myself permission to make mistakes when I speak English. Say it. I give myself permission to make mistakes when I speak English. Because those mistakes, they're not signs of stupidity. They're signs of courage. They're proof that you're trying, growing, and contributing. The truth about communication. Communication isn't about impressing people with your English skills. It's about connecting with people through your ideas, experiences, and humanity. People don't remember perfect sentences. They remember authentic moments, valuable insights, and genuine connections. Moving forward with confidence. Stop waiting for your English to be perfect before you share your thoughts. Stop letting fear steal your voice and your opportunities. Stop believing that mistakes make you stupid. Start believing that your ideas matter more than your grammar. Start trusting that people want to understand you, not judge you. Start speaking with the confidence that your perspective adds value to every conversation. What's next? In episode 4, we're going deep into a problem that might be even more frustrating than the fear of sounding stupid. We're going to tackle why you can understand English perfectly, but freeze up when it's time to speak. This one hits close to home for almost everyone because it's the gap between knowing and doing that drives us crazy. Remember, Your intelligence isn't measured by your English perfection. Your worth isn't determined by your grammar accuracy. Your ideas don't become less valuable because you express them simply. The fear of sounding stupid is just fear. Your ideas, your experiences, your perspectives, those are real, valuable, and worth sharing. Keep speaking. Keep contributing. Keep believing in the value of your voice. See you in episode 4, where we solve the mystery of why understanding doesn't automatically equal speaking.